Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Danganronpa Chapter 2. Are you ready? That first trial was quite the trip. I was caught a little bit off guard. I really wanted Terror to die in that first trial, and then he actually did. It was like one of those things where you're like, please let it be this guy, and then it actually was him for once. Like, in the previous game, we were hoping Yasuhiro would die, and, well, it just wasn't working out. We wished he'd die or do something stupid, and he didn't do anything. Several times it happened. This time, we got rid of the most annoying character right off the bat. Thank you so much, game. As now there's no one I genuinely hate. I mean, Monokuma, you're supposed to hate him as the villain, but honestly, Monokuma's not that bad as a character. Like, he's pretty good. He's kind of funny sometimes. He's actually kind of funny sometimes. He plays off Monomi decently well. You need a solid antagonist in the first place to make the game interesting. Like, he's definitely a character worth keeping around here, or at least using for the full length of a game. Alright, for a long time, humans have been taught that if you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything. I see. Even if we weren't told this directly, you'd know it just by looking at the world around us. Yeah, that's true. The internet, TV, and newspapers are overflowing with hopeful messages that say exactly that. Namely, like every single generic shonen ever, most action movies. There's a lot of shit. There's a lot of shit that says that. That's completely believable. Okay. People who can't win, people who don't try to win, people who try their best and still can't win. They're worthless. They're worthless. I don't know if I believe that. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those born with worth and everybody else. No matter how hard a lowly human tries, they will never be the same as someone who is born worthy. You see, they say effort breeds success, but that's a complete lie. The world is not that accommodating. No matter how hard a small dog tries, it will never become a large dog. No matter how much a penguin tries, there's no way it'll ever soar through the sky. Which means unworthy humans will never become worthy no matter what they do. I'm in this picture and I don't like it. People with talent don't become talented. They're just born with their abilities from the start. That's right. Just like you guys. That's why I have so much respect for you all. Just so you know, what I feel is different from admiration. Admiration is wishing you could be like the object of your admiration, but what I feel is not so self-serving. How should I put it? What I feel is more pure, more like a selfless love that wants nothing in return. So I want you guys to believe me when I say I don't mind if you kill me, but if that happens, I want you to let me help. I don't care if the killer survives or if everyone but the killer survives. I just want both sides to do their very best. I want to see with my own two eyes the absolute hope that lies ahead. I'm really lucky. Someone as insignificant as me will be there when hope and despair collide and unleash their energy. Please, let me help you. You're planning to kill me. I'd be honored to help you carry out your plan. I want you to use me as a stepping stone so everyone can shine. I want you to kill me in a way that befits. Oh, shut up. Thank you, whoever smacked him. Thank you, whoever smacked him. He's attempting to be big brain, but he's actually just a dumbass. Yakuya and Teru Teru died just last night. An ordeal like that doesn't change the fact that I still get hungry. I learned this firsthand as I headed towards the hotel restaurant with dreary, sullen footsteps. Well, I guess we'll never get to try the guy's ostensibly great food since he fucking died. Hajime, you're here already. Good morning. Yo. Good morning. Just as I thought, the atmosphere in the restaurant is pretty gloomy. After what happened yesterday, it's to be expected. Kikuya, who appointed himself as our leader, was slain, and the person who killed him was our friend. Friend? Question mark. And that friend was also killed right in front of us. We ate food at the party? The party barely got started before the blackout happened. That was one of the main issues. They were like someone ate food, and it's like, oh, Akane actually ate food. Everyone else didn't get to eat a lot. Akane, remember, Akane and Peko are like the only ones who had any food. We presumably didn't get any. After experiencing something like that, it's impossible not to feel sad. Yeah? You guys don't look so good. Your faces are like you just attended 2 funerals in a row. What a coincidence! We just did. I guess some people don't feel sad at all. That's like what happened? Kikuya and Teru got killed. I'm not talking to you, you ugly bitch. Why are you so mean to me? I understand about Mr. Ham Hands, but has there been a reason for us to be sad about Teru's death? Thank you, Hiyoko. I know that I am 100% on board with Hiyoko not feeling bad about Teru dying. What the heck do you mean? Well, he was a crazy guy who killed someone. He totally deserves to die. Thank you, Hiyoko. For once, you sound like a sane person. I understand how you feel, but you're going too far. Is it right to defend a killer? Are you trying to justify murder? Yeah. No, that's not my intention, but... Then you gotta hate him more than ever. You gotta hate him from the bottom of your heart. He's a stupid piece of trash bastard who committed the lowest crime possible. He deserves to get killed. I mean, to be fair, murder is punished with capital punishment, or was, in many countries for centuries. It's not a completely unreasonable... How's it going, Zeno? Not a completely unreasonable proposition, right? Even if you're like, well, modern philosophy says it's not very efficient because we have to have a real trial for them. They have to get multiple retrials. We need to be as positive as possible they're not guilty. Then we can execute them. Like, in theory, not entirely unreasonable. And then most, current philosophy is that a lot of the time you can re-educate someone or uplift them to the point there where they won't commit crimes. So we're more focused on restoration than retribution in most justice systems these days, right? In theory, we're slowly transitioning in that direction. You were skating? Oh, how was skating? Do any new tricks? Or, sorry, learn any new tricks? Actually accomplishing them is a completely different matter. Alright. I'm rather relieved he was executed. If I could have, I would have totally spat on him too. Me too, Hyoko, me too. Hey, what gives? Does a pea brain like you have something to complain about? You didn't get enough good food? Is that what you're gonna complain about? Something smells, don't you think? Again? Last time she smelled something, it was a body, so yeah, I can totally see being a little bit stressed out. Alright, again? Don't tell me. It better not be another dead body. I still don't know what voice I want for Ibuki. It's not the smell of blood this time, it just smells really bad. Bad. It's like how a bar or nightclub smells after closing time, you see? I don't know those smells. You must have had a pretty rough life. Now that you mention, I do smell something like a sewer or rotting garbage. I know what it is. Nekomaru's breath probably stinks. You got close to landing a couple new things, but not much. Did you skate yesterday? Yeah, practice makes better, doesn't it? You got me there. See, he's freely admitting it. It's probably true though. She didn't say anything remotely funny now. He's just laughing it off. It's not Nekomaru. It smells coming from you, Hyoko. It's true, Hyoko. You reek. A rotten smell stings my eyes, as if a demonic eclipse is about to commence. Oh, she's crying. You picked up a new gacha game, and another potential you might keep playing? Oh, cool. I would say I'm in the market for another one, but I honestly don't have the time to play a second gacha game. I realized that when I was playing, picked up another game over my vacation. I was like, wow, having another gacha game to play really messes up my whole schedule. So I'm gonna avoid picking up a second gacha game for the time being. I've said it before, but you guys are really insensitive. It doesn't really smell that bad. I mean, as long as I breathe with my mouth. Oof. Are you taking baths? No. You haven't bathed? I can't help it. I can't tie my kimono sash by myself. She's not bathing because it's an inconvenience to tie up a kimono sash in the appropriate way. What happened to Azure Lane? Well, Azure Lane exists, and then I found out that it was made by, and the company that developed it was owned by the Chinese, so I stopped playing it. It's that simple. If I have an option, which I do, I'd rather not give the Communist Party of China any money or attention, so I stopped playing Azure Lane. I mean, I thought they were Japanese. I thought they were Japanese because they did a collab with Hololive, and not Hololive China, Hololive Japan. They did a collab with Idolmaster, both of which are Japanese IPs. And I was like, well, okay, if they're doing all sorts of collabs with, Japanese stuff, then they're probably a Japanese company, so yeah, sure. I'll dive in. And then I went to the wiki page the other day, and it was like, for whatever reason, instead of just searching, I went to the homepage. And the homepage is like, blah, 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 it's a game made by Chinese developers, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll look them up and see if, well, it's not really possible for a Chinese company to be bought out because the Chinese government owns it and you can't really buy out the whole Chinese government. But, I was like, well, in theory, maybe it's just their publisher. And I checked, nope, they're actually developed. by and owned by China. So I'm like, okay, well, that was fun, and I backed out. And that's the story of how I got out of Azure Lane. I mean, obviously, I don't have a problem with the game itself because I was enjoying it, but for my own reasons, I don't believe in supporting the Communist Party of China because I don't really approve of what they're doing with the Uyghurs. I don't approve of what they did in Tiananmen Square, and I certainly don't approve what they're doing in Hong Kong or really most of their philosophy. I also disapprove of how they run their businesses, how the government supports every single business and has partial ownership, so it's like impossible to compete in China. I don't like how if I want to buy Chinese stocks, it's illegal for someone who's not Chinese to actually own anything, and the government can just shut the company down on demand. Like how they just decided they're going to take a couple companies off the off what is ostensibly off the markets, right? Like I don't like the way they written. I don't like the way the Chinese party does business. I don't like their morals. Like I just don't like them in general. Like Jacob, if you buy, air quotes, Chinese stocks, you don't actually own the Chinese stocks. You're not legally permitted to own voting shares in the first place. You're buying them through a registered company, and you can never have any you don't actually have ownership. You just share in the profits until the government decides they don't want to give you anymore. Right? That's why I don't like the Chinese, they've done a lot of dumb, obviously, I have a couple problems with the United States government too. I'm not going to say the United States government's blameless or even good. They've obviously done a lot of really stupid shit, invading Iraq under false pretenses, not actually going after Saudi Arabia and going after 9/11. They did a lot of... America's done a lot of stupid shit, but at the very least, I can say, A, it's impossible for me to avoid, because Canada does not make enough content that, I can reasonably... and enough stuff that I can reasonably avoid having to experience American stuff. Right? 2, you have to draw a line somewhere, and at least in America, if America was... I mean, America kind of has done some sketchy stuff, you remember that stuff at the Mexican border, and not sterilization, the forced hysterectomies thing that was really questionable. At least in America, A, that stuff's pretty illegal, and B, people are free to talk to drag it out in light and be like, hey, this is fucked up, let's stop. So that's a thing, right? There's actually the freedom, and there's theoretically some punishment to be delivered when people are committing incredibly heinous crimes. Now, obviously, there are flaws. We have an overrepresentation of people of color being punished harder than reasonable for a crime, stuff like that, which may or may not. I don't know to what degree that's true, but we do know it's a pretty reasonable meme that if you don't want to get shot by a police officer, don't be black or something like that. It's not completely unreasonable to make a joke like that, because it's sort of true in America. But, as an American, at least Americans can freely criticize that issue, and it's being talked about, and people are trying to fix it, whereas China's government is not only unwilling to acknowledge any of its problems, but it's also not willing to fix any of them. So it's the double whammy of not giving a shit, and then they're actually... It feels like it's hard to tell if they're actually getting worse. Honestly, I feel like grinding your own citizens into paste so that they fit into sewer grates is pretty fucked up when you don't even bother issuing an apology to that. But yeah, we'll just the way... I don't know if they've actually gotten worse with the Uyghur stuff, because it's basically the same stuff, new leader, but it's still something I don't want to actively support. And since I have a choice in the games, I play, right? There are a lot of games being made all over the world, all the time, by a ton of companies. I can clearly just say, Chinese games, no thank you. Now, if I said anything that has a partial ownership by Chinese, I don't play, I think that's unreasonable, and I'm not going to go that way, because I thought about this for a bit, and I realized because of the way America does business, for example, I'm going to take a Blizzard. Blizzard is a publicly traded company on the stock market, and America permits anyone who wants to buy stock. So if I would have to somehow know every person who owns stock, figure out if they're Chinese or associated with a Chinese company, and then refuse to buy if they owned like $50 of Blizzard. Yeah, they're partially owned by Tencent. Now, Tencent owns a significant stake, and that is something I have a problem with, but theoretically, now I don't know if this is true, but Tencent could very reasonably, if they had the capital, buy 5% of every single publicly traded gaming company they wanted to, okay? I don't know if it's reasonable for me to say I'm not going to participate in things that have a partial ownership by the Chinese because of the way that publicly traded companies operate. You pretty much do, you're right. But it's basically impossible for me to avoid anything like that because of how publicly traded companies operate in the first place. So while I disapprove of that, I'm not sure I want to just quit over that. Because if I did that, basically I wouldn't be able to buy any product that was made by a publicly traded company, which is basically any product on the market in real life, which is pretty stupid, right? Like, I can't even go to a major grocery store chains to buy food because the grocery store chain probably is partially owned by someone in China. That's a fairly ridiculous thing to say. Now, if you have majority ownership and you're Chinese, I think that I'll stop there. I think that's currently my line, but I don't know any companies that are like 51% owned by China, so I haven't had to make that decision quite yet. But in the case of Azure Lane, it's 100% Chinese, and while the art and gameplay is fine, I just don't want to support the company. Off topic, does Saberhook size height include her shoes? Typically, I think so. I think typically servant heights include their shoes. I believe Meltralis's height's really tall, and she's in, like, absurdly high heels, right? I don't know if China wants to ban video games. They make a shit ton of money from video games, and they sell them a lot. They might be something specific in video games they want to ban. Yeah, Melts includes her shoes, so I'm gonna guess that Hokusai does. Reasons sound like what a grandma will tell you. I mean, to be fair, there have been calls for banning of video games in the States as well by some of the more aggressively conservative American senators. And, I mean, it's a new medium. That's typically what happens. If you recall, we've also had that problem with, say, Dungeons & Dragons, where people are like, Dungeons & Dragons is the devil's game. And, get some good memes, and what is that, What's that stupid comic about D&D actually being a cult? I don't remember the name of that comic. That comic's hilarious, though. But, yeah. It's like... There's always going to be one or two people who call for really stupid shit, I think, in government. And, like, they might even be opposition parties at the time, right? They might just be trying to get attention. So you need to try and figure out if that's actually what the country or the government in general thinks, or if that's just one moron, right? It's like I would have you would think that you would have thought that, like, some of the stuff Trump says is just too silly for people to popularly believe, and you probably have been right. You probably would have sounded right in saying that 10 years ago, but these days it's like, well, actually, there's a lot of white supremacists in America. That's really weird. I thought that was a dying breed, but apparently they've had a resurgence lately. Yeah, D&D and races. Oh my god, that's dumb. Races and D&D and races and sci-fi. Do people not understand how races in fantasy and sci-fi work? Okay, races in science fiction and fantasy. Take one thing about people and push it to 500, and that is your race. They are by definition racist because in order to differentiate them from people, what they do is they take a single aspect of people and put them to 100%. They put them as far as they can possibly go. So you have like, you're like, well, you know, people can, you know, it's like when someone writes like one of those humanity fuck yeah stories, and they like take something and then they assume that what they're doing is like they're just shifting your perspective. So they're like, wow, humans are superhumanly strong, and you're like, okay, so we make the assumption that our world's too heavy. Right? Our world's actually heavier, and every other evolved species grew up on a lower gravity planet. Whereas sci-fi and fantasy typically do the opposite, where they just take something that's human and push it really far. So we have like, you know, the Zerg, and they can reproduce at an absurdly fast rate. And then we have like the Orcs, and they're like, yeah, classic warring, classic barbarian type dudes that love war. Or Klingons. You know, Klingons and Orcs are basically the same thing, right? Right? Like, they're basically the same thing, you know? Raw warrior race. Yeah, basically you do the same thing in both of them. And it's like, it's sort of racist, but it's not actually using race in that manner. It's more using it to try and imagine something that's different from yourself. But in another way, it is sort of racist. The point is, like, you shouldn't really consider it actually racist unless they're using it in that sense, because you're trying to... I feel like you're trying to intentionally differentiate them from people, because if you wouldn't, it wouldn't be an interesting environment. Like, if all fantasy races were just people with different colored skin, then it would literally just be real life. It wouldn't be fantasies. It would be boring, so no one would be interested. Like, no one wants to read a story, no one wants to read a fantasy story about the magic, like, about how black people are like, how is it special if you're like, wow, we got this weird race of black people, and you're like, wait, that's not a race, that's just normal people. Like, that doesn't sound, that's not an interesting hook. Oh, there's people with like slightly off-tinted skin color or red hair. Wow, that's crazy. And you're like, that's not a good plot hook. That's not interesting me in the world. Right? What interests me is being like, oh, wow, there's like these people who live like 500 years and they have pointy ears, then they live in the forests and they're like all super beautiful. Wow, that's really cool. Oh, there's these guys and they have superhuman strength and they're like an extra foot taller than you and possibly green. And you're like, wow, okay, what are these guys like? That's an interesting pitch, rather than just normal people. Like, come on, man. You can't intrigue... It's really hard to intrigue people with races that aren't actually different. That's why fantasy tries to bring out... You know, it's fantasy. You're trying to bring out interesting topics and create a world that's not the same as your own. So if you just bring it to be the same as your own, then it's not interesting. Again, that's why the races are all somewhat stereotyped and pushed really far into one direction. And again, people only understand metrics they understand. Obvious statement, people understand things they understand, therefore they can only alter the characteristics of alien or fantastic races on axes they understand. So you'll always be taking an aspect of people and moving them in some direction, assuming they're sapient. Red guards are literally just black and Arabic people. Yeah. Now, I mean, you can have an interesting fantasy setting with any real life race you want to. That's not a problem. The thing is, the draw is typically something fantastical that's not real, and everything you know is based on your current existence. So of course, things are going to be, in order to like create an image of something in someone's mind, you have to generate a stereotype of some sort. But yeah, I have heard that, right? Where people are like, I did read that stupid, incredibly, I don't even know if that's a major opinion, that incredibly backwards, aggressive liberal speak that says orcs are it's racist to have orcs because orcs are treated like barbarians, and I'm like, that's literally what they're supposed to be, and the reason they're there is because you want something interesting. The stalling is real. Stalling's real, but I'm having fun. Like, yeah, okay. Orcs being violent barbarians, you're comparing the Black People because that's your experience of them, and if that's how you want to think of them, then how would you make this... Like, they're not exactly human, you need to understand that. The intention is to make something that's not quite human, and that it's difficult to interact with. It's like, when you implement modern race topics into like fantasy or sci-fi, I feel like you're just you're misunderstanding the purpose of the two subjects, where they're trying to create something that's not human, and you're like enforcing humanity. It's like you're giving the concept of sapience to something that's not actually human, and then they're like, well, it's actually human and it needs to be all these characteristics, and you're like, does it need to be? Does it? I mean, we can explore that topic if you want. We can explore the topic of them being more human than you think they are. But if they aren't actually human, they don't actually have to possess human morals or even the ability to understand something human, right? You gotta go to bed. All right. Thanks for hanging out, Green. Have a great night. Get back to our topic. The stalling is real, but as long as we're all having fun, it doesn't matter. Hey, Kyoko. You don't have to cry so much. I'll tie your sash for you, okay? She's gonna get stabbed in the back when she tries to tear sash? No. It's never the first plot pitch. It's never the first conflict pitch to us, right? Really? I can tie a simple knot, but if that's okay with you, I can teach you. She's so excited. I love you, my hero. I'll give you a kiss. Kyoko, you don't have to hug me. She appears to have taken a liking to you. Welcome to the world of girl love. It's slippery when wet. Interesting. Ibuki, are you gay? Alright. The air's suddenly not so tense anymore. Damn, we lost one. Ibuki's into women. Damn it, guys. We lost another one. If I was all by myself, I probably wouldn't have been able to put my feelings aside and move on like this. I guess I have these guys to thank. Oh, anyway, what happened to Hiko and Nikito? Seems they're both not here. Now that you mention it, you're right. I saw Fuyuhiko earlier near the hotel. I invited him to breakfast, but he declined. Well, that's just Fuyuhiko being Fuyuhiko, but who cares about Nagito? He's cursed. A child who summons misfortune, so to speak. That may be, but just letting you know, I don't know anything. Without hesitation, I don't know anything about Nagito at all. He's right. Forget him. Let's just forget about that creep already. So far. Face seems the most interesting. Curious. They're obviously acting suspicious, aren't they? I'm not suspicious. That's right, I'm not suspicious. What's up? Did somebody get kidnapped or something? You came at just the right time. At the right time? It's nothing. I don't really get it, but you must have yearned for me. Your outlook on life has changed due to my cuteness, so your body can't stand to live without me, huh? I can't help myself, you know, my body reacts to Monokuma on its own. Something like that? Who cares about that? Just hurry up and tell us why you're here. To be honest, I'm searching too. My valued servant has disappeared. Servant? You know, my mono beasts. One of them just disappeared. One of the mono beasts disappeared? Maybe I cut back on the cost of their food too much? Maybe they're boycotting me? But that guy is the weakest of the League of Four. How shameful for a mono beast to lose to a mere human. That's what you're gonna say, right? Though this is merely the prelude, the climax will occur soon after. Now then, let me hear your scream. I shall make such sweet music for you. What? What? Tell him you should stop playing with that stuffed animal. I'm still being called a stuffed animal. Oh well. It looks like you guys don't know anything about my mono beast either. Alright, the link you posted is a concerning tweet. Oh, you must have posted that in, oh, there we go. Found it. It is a concerning tweet, alright. Ibuki's a sexual bioromantic. She's into any gender if the chemistry is right, but not interested in sexual stuff. Is that where you're giving her the title of right now? Out of like 20 lines of dialogue? Out of 20 lines of dialogue and some lewd imagery? Some reference to lewd imagery? I mean... Alright. It's in her bio? Oh. Oh, I guess I'll... Wait, really? I can't check right now. Oh, wait. Is it really? Report card. We're in a band. Nope, she doesn't say anything like that right now. Maybe at 6 ticks it'll do. Oh, we can buy. Probably should buy some of those at some point. Whoops. It's a waste of time for me to worry about it. I don't want to go bald from worrying too much. Yeah, a bald bear would look really weird. A wise Kappa once said, "Our eyes are on the front so we can keep moving forward." As Monokuma said those familiar sounding words to us, once again, he disappeared. What do you think he meant right now? He said something about a mono beast disappearing. The only possibility I can think of is... Sudden theme change. How's it going, Monomi? Were you in the middle of something? If so, I can just come back later. Leave. Yeah, at least ask me to leave kindly. Honey Lemon Hearts, what a name. How's it going, my man? Before you leave, I want to ask you something. Did you have anything to do with the disappearing mono beast? Yes, that's right. Ta-da! I'm the one who defeated that mono beast. You did? Defeating a monster like that? How the hell did someone like you pull that off? I'll talk about it in more detail in a different mode. Anyway, I've released the bridge gate for you all. The gate's open. That means we can go to the new island across the bridge, right? That true? It's totally right. Horny skaters. You wonder what the... Yeah. Horny skaters probably despair. And here I would have thought they'd just eat hope. I thought they fed on hope. Despair is boring, but eating hope the hopeful, driving them to despair, sounds like the most delicious thing. After all, that was Monokuma's theme of the first game, right? Giving them hope only to snatch it away. To drive them to greater and greater height or depths of despair from like lofty heights of hope. Give them that ultimate despair. Alright. Now you can all go to more areas. Let's all get along and live a fun life together for sure this time. Living together on this island isn't what's important. We need to find a way to escape. Of course, escaping from this island is our main goal. Eh? Nobody wants to live in this swashbuckling Hollywood-style action film. Oh, I want to live a life where I can be more average. A life where nothing happens. That's better for me. Alright, if you find anything to be salvaged for boat parts, let me know immediately. It seems everyone's united on a path that's different from what I had planned. Then let's disperse. The time has come to release the cursed seal. Alright, let's find a way to leave this island. That's impossible. What? Mono makes me like my only duty is to guard and rain despair on those who wonder what's on these islands. They have a simple domain, the gate and the bridge. Anyone who they're allowed to sow despair on anyone who tries to cross the bridge. Leaving the island is no longer possible. No longer possible. What is that? Just leave that. Yeah, how do you just leave that thing alone already? She's the same as Monokuma. It's better if you don't get that close to her. I guess you're right. Seems everyone's attention is shifted towards exploring the new island. Expecting to find something that'll help us escape the situation, everyone filed out of the restaurant. Like we never get breakfast. We always get interrupted. A new island, huh? I should go find some clues too. Yeah, you can't. You promised you'd time at Komodo-san. We can do that after we finish exploring the island. Ooh, thanks for the follow, my man. Sounds like you're having a good time. Who's my favorite character? Ibuki. It wasn't even hard to decide this game. Although Monokuma's pretty good, it's Ibuki. Thanks for the drink. Ignore the people claiming that Akane is good. They're delusional. But if I don't hurry and take a bath, they'll call me smelly again. They're gonna bully me again. Let's just take a light shower first. Hey, we're gonna wash each other. Wash each other? I don't think it's a good idea for me to go in too. Now, we're both girls. There's no need to be shy. Let's go. That one was in English. Yoko pulled Mihiro's hand, smiling like a child before a school trip, and headed towards the cottage. Yeah, Ibuki's definitely my best character. She's fun, energetic, exciting. Who do you guys? Xenon likes Akane. Who do you like, Honey Lemon Hearts? Wash each other? They're gonna wash each other. I see. Washing each other, huh? I see. I guess that's what our character's thinking about. Alright, we're gonna take the stairs on purpose. Let's see. Anyone in here? We'll just check instead of using the map. We'll be lazy as all heck. Outside. Anyone immediately outside? No. Okay, we'll check the map, see where people are. Kazuichi or Ibuki? Okay. Everyone's on the island? Yeah, it looks like everyone's on the island, that's fair. Okay. It's the usual, everyone's on the island. We'll warp to the middle island and go from there. One day I'll have followers believe me. That's the quote of the day. BB's quotes of the day. Always relevant here, as they're always curated to provide maximum despair. People like soda. I don't know, he screams like a his appearance screams serial killer to me, but we'll see. The Mono Beast that was blocking this bridge is gone, and the gate that was blocking the bridge is now open. I guess Monomi was right after all. What lies beyond this bridge? I guess I should find out. I mean, I guess you're allowed to like anyone you... Oh, that's interesting. It's like an overgrown building. So this is the new island. The ambience seems different compared to the first island with the hotel. Peko is pretty cool. I could, you know, Peko's alright. Peko's alright. Well, that's not the time for me to make carefree observations. No, you're supposed to be making observations. You said the island was safe, right? There might be a clue here that tells us how to leave the island. I need to find it. That's fair. We are trapped here. Alright. Alright. We have this pet thing. I have the feeling this pet thing's gonna go badly. It died. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. It died. No, that didn't work out. Our Tamagotchi's dead. Chikai and Mikana? Alright, alright. Looks like we got some, we got a variety of favorite characters around. That's pretty cool. Good to know that everyone has a different character they like. Now, what is this enormous building? It looks like an overgrown school. And I see a vault door. Is this the, is this the school from the first game? It is the ambience of an ancient ruin, but its shape doesn't resemble a ruin. A very familiar ruin. Chikai. Okay. Chiaki. It's Chiaki. I keep saying Chikai, but it's Chiaki. Come on. Sorry, I was dosing for a bit. You didn't look like you were dosing. You look like you were completely asleep while standing. That's quite impressive. I wish I could fall asleep while standing sometimes. Anyway, what's this huge building? You're just happy we got. See what I mean? Diluted. It looks like there's some sort of ruins or a historical landmark. Ancient ruins? That's what you think? No, your typical ancient ruin, don't you think? I don't know how to say it clearly, but yeah, it's a mysterious building. It feels like a special place. A special place. I'll check around here a bit more so you can go somewhere else. Come on, just go somewhere else. Is she trying to make me go away? She probably wants to be alone so she can sleep without being interrupted. Why not just go back to your cottage, Chiaki? Alright, I get it, but you better not sleep. Let me know if you discover anything. Leave it to me. She's completely doing her own thing, but her smile is so innocent. That's even more annoying to deal with. Interesting. And we got booted out of the ruins, so we can't do anything there. Okay. Go for a run. A nice run. A library. I guess for those of us who are bored of our summer vacation, a library is something to do. It's an impressive amount of books and an impressive amount of Monokuma statues. Did our friend Peko here cut them down? Or were they already collapsed? Probably a library, but nonetheless, it looks pretty overwhelming. Yeah, it's an alright library. Destroyed statue. Look for Monokumas. I would have looked for Monokumas if we didn't have a choice in the ruins. The bronze statue of Usami before she got redesigned. It looks like it broke when it got dropped. Getting treated like a nuisance even as a statue. That's pretty sad. Look at this statue. The bronze statue of Monomi, or Sashi. Damn, she got treated poorly even before she got broken. Feels bad, man. There's one up top, right? Monokuma's up there, I can see it. Sonia, never mind. The person you're gonna forget about? A bronze statue of Monokuma. It looks so arrogant. What lame taste. They all look the same. Poor Monomi. She deserves better than this. Alright, let's grab the Monokuma before people start raging that I missed it. Oh, Surfer Monokuma. Yeah, people are gonna flip out if I don't pick that up, right? almost forgot to do something. Tell us who your favorite girl in Danganronpa 2 is? We haven't had anyone say Monomi yet. What language are these books written in? French? Italian? I don't even know. Oh, thanks for the sub, my friend. Thanks, Green. Glad you're enjoying this. Glad you're enjoying the show. Good night, my man. Such an interesting description. What are you reading? Are these political books or perhaps some kind of philosophy? The newest issue of a cult magazine. It breaks the lid off underground mysteries and the wonders of the world. That's quite the surprise. It's not like I read it often. I'm just reading it because it has a special article about serial killers. That's not a good... Oh, she's one of those people who's really into serial killers. It seems this writer has very good taste. I mean, even Genocide Jack is mentioned in the article. Genocide Jack, whatever. I feel like I've heard about Jack before. Sonia and Ibuki are best girls. He likes Ibuki. I think we're winning with Ibuki now. Not like we needed a lot of help because it's pretty evenly split. Genocide Jack is an alleged Japanese serial killer who has a reputation even among the casual internet users. She's very popular among youths, known for writing messages in blood at the scene of the crime. Apparently she's a high school student or middle student who wears a sailor uniform. Be careful, Hajime. Wait, how did she know what Genocide Jack looks like? We didn't know that. You know how many high school students and middle school girls wear sailor uniforms these days? Ah, this one's a cultural favorite of mine. Particular favorite of mine. Sparkling Justice is a regular subject of these kind of exclusive articles. I'll explain it to you just in case. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who calls themselves the Ally of Justice. Wearing a wide variety of hero masks, Sparkling Justice is a delightful serial killer who only kills criminals. Sonia, calm down. Yeah, Jill was just revealed now. That was sudden. Calm down, Sonia. She said it's amazing. Thanks to the mask Sparkling Justice wears, nobody knows their real age or gender. After all, it's essential the serial killer be mysterious. What an expert! Yes! You too. I've been listening for a while now, but why are you talking about a mere murderer with such enthusiasm? I haven't done any talking. Calm down. It's a mistake to refer to these people as mere murderers. Coming in contact with a value system that differs from your own is a very important matter. Serial killers, their value system is very different than the norm. What a marvelous existence. Oh, I'm totally intrigued. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I wasn't a fan of Sonia before this scene, and I kind of like her now. It's fun seeing her so excited about something, right? Now, sure, it's about serial killers, but it's nice to see her so pumped up about something. She looks really cute here. Is this kind of like a young lady crushing on a total bad boy sort of situation? Regardless, it's clearly different from a princess who's obsessed with serial killers. Nothing interesting, we'll talk to Zone. Wait, didn't we already talk to her? Oh, I'm a little surprised. I never expected to find such a splendid facility. It rivals even my homeland's National Library. Isn't it strange? I mean, does a resort really need a library like this? It is a little bit cute. Yeah. That's very true, and just as expected, nobody is here either. You're right. The fact that we're the only humans around here is even more strange. Ta-da! Motomi's here! I'm reading a book. Since you've come here, would you like me to explain the library to you? I see. It's clear from your face I'm a nuisance. Since I was more energetic than usual, I feel even emptier now. What about your explanation? Well, you're all basically students, right? I was thinking you need a place where you can do homework. So I prepared this library. Instead of turning into Genocide Jill, Sonia sneezes and she becomes Toko. No, we don't need Toko. Sparkling Justice would be pretty funny though. You can see why Kazuichi simps over Sonia. Yeah, I can kind of see it here too, my man. Prepared. Everyone can get along and study together. It's a student's duty to study. Don't act like a teacher. I am a teacher. You're even more confusing than Monokuma. So what's your real identity? What is your purpose? Real identity? That's silly. Goodbye. Running away as soon as things get inconvenient. That's even more suspicious. I can't believe she's the one who prepared this grand facility. She's probably lying. According to this island's guidebook, many of these guests are wealthy and stay for weeks at a time. These are all probably things that they donate. Did you say this island's guidebook? I found it in the library. Would you care to take a look? Jabberwock Island. What language is this? I have no What language is this? I have no clue. It's all in English. Feels weird, man. Then I shall read on your behalf. Imagine Kazuichi kills someone just to be seen as a serial killer in Sonia's eyes. Dude, the guy screamed serial killer. He doesn't even need to have an excuse. He just needs to snap and start stabbing people. You can read it, Sonia? Yeah, apparently she can read it. I'm fluent in 30 different languages. It's a requirement for members of the royal family. 30 languages. Holy fuck. I'll start with 2. Can I get 2? Jabberwock Island is a small island in the Pacific Ocean, known for being a paradise of eternal summer. That's what it said? That's what it says. It's exactly what Bakuya told us before. Jabberwock Island consists of a small central island surrounded by 5 other islands. The outer islands were developed as resorts, while the central island houses a large administrative building. What? What? Huh? That's strange. The central island of Jabberwock Island. Sonia simping for small FGO Jack. I mean, she'd already probably simped for Poco from the first game. A wild Poco appears. And you're right, Sonia is super cute. There was no sign of any buildings at all. The only things there were Monokuma Rock and the park. No administrative building at all. According to this guidebook, there's also a bronze statue in the lobby of that building which symbolizes the island. Isn't that... Are you talking about that bronze statue that turned into the Mono Beast? But that statue is in the middle of a park, not in the lobby of some building. That's not all. There's another description that strikes me as strange. According to this guidebook, the only way to travel between the 5 islands is by boat. What? While some people wanted bridges, critics worried about their effect on the environment, so none were built. What does that mean? What are we using to move between the islands then? There's a possibility this place is an artificial island like Palm Jumeirah. Palm Jumeirah, an artificial island? Palm Jumeirah is a huge artificial island and tourist site located in the Persian Gulf. What did I think of the Danganronpa 1 ending? Dude, it was pretty fucking good. I couldn't put it down once it started. I actually couldn't put it down. We stayed up super late. It was like 3 or 4 a.m. when we finished that. It was so good. Similarly, this island might be an artificial island designed to look like Jabberwock Island. Maybe Toko hears Bakuya was at Jabberwock and she goes, nice, nice. Oh, that'd be a fun story. Alright, come on, Togo, show up. That especially might be why we're the only ones on this island. It's designed to look like Jabberwock, but it's not actually the real thing. Well, something like that would be impossible anyway. No island of this size could be completely artificial. Skybook must be old too. It contradicts everything about this island's current situation. My, you're very intuitive to assume this is an artificial island. Now you're here? Oh, but those guys are the only ones who can do something on such a massive scale. Those guys. The hint is, you know, the enormous organization you guys were talking about before. It's true those guys totally deserve to be called a horrible group of people. Who are you talking about? That was a slip of the tongue. I should excuse myself before it leaks onto the internet. Wait a minute. Before my voice could reach him, Monokuma disappeared as usual. Could it be? This island is entirely artificial? There's no way that's true. There's no way that guidebook is probably just old. You're right. That's right, that's obviously what it is. He's just saying strange things to confuse us. Imagine Peko turns into Toko because, like, the hairstyle, outfit, and glasses are similar. I mean, we've already noticed that several of the characters are very similar to their Danganronpa 1 counterparts. Very similar. To the point where we were very confused that Bikuya was actually just Bikuya and not, like, Bikuya's brother, Fat Kyuya. There's no way I'd fall for that. Okay. Peko, what do you got to say? Compeko. Oh wait, that one. Compeko. You're gonna go draw, you think? Good luck with the game. Thank you. Sakura went through the biggest change. It's true. Sayaka's very different. I agree that the serial killers have different values than normal people, but why does that make them marvelous? Sonia's values might be a little different compared to our own. Well, she is a princess after all. Okay. Nothing interesting. The bronze statue. The shelves. The nothing we can touch. I want to step out. Spacebar doesn't work for enter. As a substitute for enter, by the way. If you want to know that. Okay, doesn't work. Ooh, a pharmacy. Curious what else is here. A diner and a pharmacy, okay. Drugs, need them now. Sakura isn't here, we only have Hakamondo, aka Nekomara. Of course. The nurse is in the pharmacy. Well, we're going to ignore her and click everything but her. These shelves are crammed with a lot of stuff that looks like medicine. That looks like protein powder, doesn't it? Health stuff. Unlike the medicines I'm used to seeing, these ones look way more potent. Is that whey powder there? Ointments. Compresses. I see the Monokuma. That's literally Tide detergent. How is that medicine? That says bold. That's Tide. It's literally just washing clothes. Alright, anything else to interact with here? Nope. Ikan, what's up? What's wrong with you? I'm sorry. I just got so excited I started shouting. I was so happy someone talked to me. Before, people either hated or grossed out by me. Those are such sad choices. I also don't understand why they'd be other. It's eye bleach, it's not for washing. It's literally in an aisle labeled detergent. It's washing detergent. Aoi and Sakura mixed to be Akane. It's true, it's true. This is like Yoko and someone else. Aoi maybe? But weirdly embarrassed. More importantly, is this a drugstore? It looks pretty spacious, but it looks like there's also no one here. With all these medical supplies, I'm pretty sure we can handle most illnesses or injuries. If you don't feel well, let me know. I'll give you lots of shots. Lots and lots of shots. That sounds dangerous. When it comes to shots, I should definitely have thought just a couple shots of bleach in the veins. You'll be fine. Just ingest a couple Tide Pods. Those are Tide Pods. Just ingest a small box of Tide Pods. You'll be fine. Oh, it's Hope detergent. It's clearly designed to look like Tide. Alright. I'm not buying that it's Hope. Alright, we got a diner. The signboard says diner. Who the heck calls their diner diner? I guess I'll try going inside. Okay, this looks very busy. And is there a mono... Oh, can't interact with it yet. Oh, that looks like... Oh, it's you. Here you go. I'm trying to eat right now. Go away, dumbass. Yuhiko suddenly started yelling at me as he held a hamburger in one hand. Wait, why is he here? He wasn't at the restaurant. Why does he know about the island? Monokuma might have told him. Or maybe he's just... Maybe because he's a Yakuza, he's just magnetically attracted to sleazy diners, and this screams sleazy diner. Like, everyone's been in one, right? Mediocre breakfast food. Mediocre food. Okay breakfast food. Welcome to the diner. Diner. Hello and welcome to Diner. What's the name of the diner? Don't know. There's literally nothing to interact with here? Yep, there's nothing to interact with. Okay. I didn't screw up. There's nothing to touch. There's no Monokuma, no nothing. We can't even turn the lights on and off. Alright, let's talk to the mobster. Why are you here, and how did you find out we can go to the island? Are you a monkey or something? Do you not understand human language? I told you to leave me alone while I'm eating. Okay. An annoying person went out of their way to tell me. A certain annoying person. It's like everybody. Based on this guy's standards, that's like everybody. Then I found this place, and I'm eating here because I'm hungry. Mystery solved. Happy now? Now get the fuck out of here and do something else. About that annoying person. Mind your own business. It's got nothing to do with you. Yeah, energy. Little bit, yeah. The blush he's wearing, yeah. It actually does have to do with me. I don't know what you're thinking, but we're all in this situation together. You're not the only one stuck on the island. We all have to work together. You should know that by now, too, so... Why are you avoiding us? I'm not avoiding you, bastards. I just decided not to rely on anyone. Not to rely on anyone. That includes the Kazuryu clan. I could still survive without relying on them. Are you actually... Don't get it twisted. I'm Yakuza by blood. It's not like I don't want to head the family business someday. I just want to prove I've earned it. Prove I can tough it out on my own without relying on my clan. Plus, even if I fail, the clan will still be around. My little sister would be happy to lead it. Oh, you have a little sister. Shut up. Why'd you let me bring that up anyway? You brought it up yourself. Anyway, I don't intend to spend any time with you guys. Nothing good can come of it. Nothing good? Isn't it obvious? I mean, this burger you're enjoying came out of it, dipshit. But, you know, I guess do your thing. In this kind of situation, interact with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots, Bikyu and Terra are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. So you're saying? Kiryu's soul broke seeing the next gen of Yakuza? Yeah, went from being manly men to this. Oof. Manly or crazy guys to this pretty boy. Unfortunate. But he's just one Yakuza. Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. Even if you don't actually mean that, you're awful just for saying it. You're the one who spoke to me without my permission. Don't get pissed at me. If you're upset, you don't have to stick around. Fuck off. Ellis. Man, it was stupid for me to talk to a Gallican. Guy's a dick, but whatever. He's not entirely wrong. Let's leave. Ooh, diner parking. Can we go to the beach back there? The diner's signboard is spinning. A spinning restaurant signboard on an uninhabited island. It's kind of freaky. Yeah, the best part is the trials or like the investigations, I'd imagine, Honey Lemon. Just the exploration, you're kind of like, eh, but I think if you're enjoying, because if you know everything, enjoying the reveals is probably the best part, right? Unless you're looking for some specific nostalgic line, I feel like that'd be the best part. When you get to the trials or the murder investigation and the other person doesn't know and you know and you're like, oh, just wait till they find it. Who's screaming? Is this Ibuki? Hey, it was Ibuki! That voice just now, wasn't it Ibuki? Oh, I can walk around in 3 space. This is the first time we've been able to do that. Oh, our shitty creature is not dead. It's just born. Okay. Beach house. There's Monokuma over there. I must collect the Monokuma. It's lifeguard Monokuma. We need to get it, right? Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Sorry, Ibuki. Please forgive. We got a beach house. Ibuki, are you alright? What happened? This is bad. I'm panicking so much I don't even have a time to space my words. What's going on? The killing started again. What? Look, over there. So I glanced over to the beach where Ibuki was pointing her finger. They're referencing something there. Something's being referenced. just a little bit. Akane's shouting Dio's line, and the other guy just conveniently looks like Jotaro. Nice. Your speed is inadequate, but it's still not enough. Each blow you land is too soft. What's this? You're not using your muscles properly. Your athletic body is going to waste. Shut up. All I had to do is win. What? You're gonna win? Against me? That's quite absurd! Ibuki's sprites are— yes, Ibuki's sprites. A gift from the gods. Ooh, looks like she just got punched. Had enough? Have you learned your lesson? He's done it! Nekomaru Nidai's ultimate move, Super Body Blow. It's instant death. If she's lucky, she'll live another 5 minutes at best. Akane, at your current power level, you can't even defeat a mere team manager. What are you saying? Why are you guys fighting? Ha! This isn't a fight. It was a one-sided beatdown. That's even worse. That's even worse. The rules for the school trip clearly state excessive violence is prohibited. What violence? This isn't a real fight. We're training. But it looked like a real fight. I'm just a team manager. There's no way I'd be able to fight for real. We both agreed to this training session. I'm not violating any rules at all. Even so, why the sudden interest in training? I gotta admit it. She's alive. She's not a weakling who'd get killed by a weak blow like that. You look pretty strong. I couldn't help but get excited. That sparring would help me burn off some of this energy, but I lost. More importantly, there's a lot of strong dudes in this world. What a bunch of battle-loving troublemakers. Akane, it seems you're the type who learns through actions rather than words. But I shall give you one piece of advice. How you use your body and muscles, your positioning and your timing, it's all half-assed. You're not utilizing your ultimate gymnast talent well at all. Basics! Make sure you understand the basics. You'll always be second-rate if you rely on instinct. You want to cosplay Ibuki? Can you do that though? That would be sweet. That would be a cool cosplay. I wonder if someone's already done that. I might have to look that up after the stream. Ibuki cosplay, see how it goes. Shut up. You understand what I just said? Come see me. When the time comes, I'll fight you again. To die. Who, Akane? Yes, she would literally kill you. Or do you mean Ibuki? Well, yeah, you'd probably die from that too, but she wouldn't kill you. You'd just be sent straight to heaven. You better not forget what you said. My desire to win is pretty crazy. I won't give up until I beat you. With wobbling steps, Akane left the beach. Over. If she fought that fiercely with just her own style, how ominous. My hands are still numb. That girl. She's probably gonna get even stronger. Yeah, you're probably right. What kind of conversation is this? The best kind. The best kind. The more you fight, the stronger you get. That's what being a battle lever is all about. What kind of conclusion is that? You too. Basics are the foundation for everything. I get that, but training that resembles an actual fight might be fun, but just be careful not to get hurt. Both of you. It was a sand. They're fighting in sand. Come on. It's not a hard floor. Impossible. Injuring an athlete would disgrace me as a team manager. Got confidence. Alright. Let's go into the beach house. I'm just gonna check if there's anything around this corner. Nope. Okay. Oh, this seems nice. Ooh, I thought this was a beach house since it's near the edge of the beach. It looks pretty luxurious. This looks like a nice sunroom. I guess it's a celebrity-style beach house. There's a lot of stuff to touch here. Alright. Beachside door. Camera. We're gonna ignore soda. We're gonna look at the trash can. Or, sorry. There's a trash can. I don't have anything to throw. Anyway, so we got one trash can. We got a refrigerator. We got a bench. We have a closet. A second trash can. A roadside door. And the shower room. Okay. Nothing else unique. Well, let's have a look at the fridge. Looks like Nekomaru has toilet paper hanging out. I really could see that's why. There's a lot of drinks in here, like water, coffee, but most of these drinks have colored dyes that might be bad for your health. Really? Of all the things to be worried about when drinking a strange substance, the fact that it has dye in it probably means almost nothing. Can we drink these for free? Nothing on the island costs money, so probably. Alright, a fancy looking bench, like something you'd see at a resort. A closet. Ibuki's like halfway inside this, right? It looks like this is the closet. The inside is, it looks like a small storage room. It's almost like a walk-in closet. There's surfboards arranged on the shelf, but I'm not into surfing, so it doesn't really matter to me. Okay. Bench. It looks like this is the shower room. There's a notice on the door. Judging from the illustration, it looks like it's being repaired or under construction or something. Can you fix the toilet, my friend? You're a mechanic, right? Fix a toilet. Hey, doesn't it feel awesome, like a celebrity's pet or something? Nekomara reminds you of your late Gramps. Rest in peace, your late Gramps. Sorry to hear about that. He seems kind of cool. Ibuki is definitely somehow fruity. Yeah. The shower is out of order, but the ambience is nice, and the fridge is stocked with loads of drinks. Plus, beach outside feels so private. It's awesome. Compared to the urban seas that are full of trash and debris, this place is completely different. We're the only ones on this island anyway, so anywhere we go is a private beach. Right? Don't shatter my expectations like that. More importantly, why don't we splash around at this private beach? Awesome, totally awesome. Splashing around at such a gorgeous beach. Really, is this? Hasn't there been like 5 beaches we could do this at? Whatever. He's his usual happy-go-lucky self. I guess that's one of his good qualities. I wonder if Miss Sonia would come here too. I want to see Miss Sonia in a bikini. I do too. But that face looks terrifying. You can't. You can't. It's here. It's here. Why not? Why are you trying to interfere with my love affair with Miss Sonia? Changing in the beach house is prohibited. It would be bad if shameful peeking occurred. So you mean changing in here instead of not going to the beach itself? They'll just have to come here after changing. I'm not going to give her up. Didn't they all see everyone in bikinis at the start? For like 1 second, yeah. You might let her down though. Anyway, breaking the rules is not allowed. Also, playing is fine, but please focus on your studies too. What studies? We don't have any subjects. Where's the rule breaker? I'll beat the crap out of them, no questions asked. Yes, he's definitely threatening to beat the shit out of you and not perforate you. He's gonna turn you into fucking Swiss cheese. When the new Danganronpa comes out and he sees Sonia. Kazuichi when he sees the new Danganronpa. He's here. What are you holding? A machine gun, obviously. Rule breakers will be shot to death. It's simply common sense. Common sense? It's not like we're under a military dictatorship. I just want to shoot something. I know I'm not allowed to, but I really want to shoot something right now. Control yourself. I have iron willpower, so I'll endure it no matter the cost until the day someone breaks the rules. As you can see, it's very dangerous, so please refrain from changing at the beach house. Wow, that was totally bizarre, man. Man, they're annoying. Yeah, I feel very tired all of a sudden. Alright. This door leads to the road by the tunnel, which reminds me. When we mentioned Nagito at the restaurant, Kazuichi seemed pretty unsettled about something. I guess I should ask him about that. I had something to ask you. Mono machine? Monokuma is a machine gun? He is. Maybe he has one built into his arm this time instead of a bomb. Built into his chest. Just reshape his arm, open it up. Like he's fucking Mega Man and blast someone. Xenon said Akane. But we know he's delusional because he also thinks other people like Akane. Just shoot everyone, there'll be less holes in students than in US schools. I mean, we could turn soda into Swiss cheese and it would still be less violent than your average high school in America. Alright, well, it's about Nagito. I haven't seen the guy all day. Do you know where he is? I don't know. Seriously, don't ask me. Who cares about that crazy ass bastard? We need to search this island first and foremost. There might be a way to escape. Let's just end all annoying talk right there. That's it. All done. He ended the conversation very forcibly. Just as I thought, he's definitely hiding something. Ah, Hajime. Oh, it's you, Chiaki. What happened? I'm letting everyone know too, but can you come to the ancient ruins on this island right away? You can, right? Right away? Hurry up. Hurry up. Oh, based on her pushy tone, she might have found a clue. I guess I should head over to the ruins. Oh, we're automatically fast traveling there. Alright. Makuro didn't have any injuries though. The heck is this? Such a gigantic building. However, it's clearly faded. It looks like an ancient ruin. Yeah. It seems. Perhaps this is an actual ancient ruin. How should I say this? Don't you think it resembles a school? School? I already called it as a school. Now that you mention it, I don't know how, but I do see what she means. There might be a resemblance. The Hope's Peak Academy. There's a lot of similar looking buildings. It's just a coincidence that this ruin looks similar. It's a coincidence, right? You found something, right, Chiaki? What did you find? I'll fucking cut you if this is a waste of time. I didn't know you were also here. That bitch over there kept bugging me, so I finally came. Did you find a way to get off this island? Nope, nothing like that. Ah, then who cares? Who cares then? I should have played in the bath with my hero more. Then, what in the world did you find? Chiaki found something. I wonder what it is. Well, we could talk to her, or we could interact with the world. Ooh, we can look up a ways. No Monokuma. That's not Monokuma up there? Okay, maybe it's not. Alright. Well, we'll talk to Ibuki and see what's up. Chiaki was investigating this place really thoroughly. Isn't she a ruins enthusiast? Or is she a ruins enthusiast? Okay. Gundam, next. A new land has opened. However, it doesn't mean we will find salvation there. Grief is all that awaits us, but that would be quite entertaining. So he's saying he found jack shit on the island, that's it? Sonia's best girl. But a close number 2 is Ibuki. Well, everyone's entitled to their own, and wrong opinions. What's this? Ancient ruins? There's a strange ambience to it. I should listen to what Chiaki has to say first. Hey Chiaki, what did you find? If it's not a way off this island, does it have something to do with this island's secret? I wonder if we'll see Junko. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Maybe they're controlling Monokuma from inside the building in the same control room. That's why maybe that's why Monokuma was unexpected. Because they didn't think someone would sneak in there and reactivate him. About that, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? It's like, it doesn't belong with a building like this. I keep thinking about it and it feels unnatural. Like a comic book originally about baseball becoming a side-scrolling action game. It's unnatural like that. How is that hard to understand? Look, the door over there. Door? Now they want me to look. You wonder who controls Monomi? I'm curious too. We're told everyone's here, so I'm curious who's controlling it. It's hard to make out from all the dust, but this is the door, you mean, right? Yes, it looks like that door. That's the door to the room. Oh, so what's wrong with this door? Can you go inside? Before we attempt to go inside, let's try brushing off some of this dust and clearing some of these root things off the door. If you do, I'm pretty sure you'll understand what I mean by unnatural. I don't understand, but I guess we should try to do what she said. Junko made an AI? Possibly. An AI of herself? And you're thinking the AI is Monokuma? Or more likely Monomi? Junko's a genius, but she's not an AI genius. That would be Miss AI, Alter Ego, right? Alter Ego's creator. You're right. Just as Chiaki said, we brushed off the dust and cleared the roots that were stuck to the door. And then? What is this door? It doesn't feel like it belongs in an ancient room. Like a door from a sci-fi movie, don't you think? Oh, it's like a door from a sci-fi movie, don't you think? It definitely doesn't fit with an ancient room. Wish.com tier copy of the Moon Cell. Yeah, the ability to summon Mono Beast seems really sketchy. Simulation's still really good, a really good bet. I'm with you on that one. Oh, good night, Jacob. Thanks for hanging out with me. What's this symbol on the door? It looks like it's Japanese. What's this, like heaven come something? Oh, you're totally right. Sorry if it's just my misunderstanding. To me it looks like it says Mirai. Or future. Gotta check something with the door. Future. You get banned? We probably won't ban you, but we'll be really irritated. Might get a little bit irritated. Chat will. I'll be a little bit disappointed. I won't be irritated that much. I won't be that irritated though. Personally, I won't be. I might be irritated on behalf of chat though. Who cares about a symbol on the door? Maybe the trader controls Monomi? That's a good guess. That's a good guess. More importantly, how do you open it? What's inside? It looks like there's an LCD next to the door. Could the two be related? Hey, that must be the key to open the door. Probably set to open when you type in the password. That's me all high and mighty. So what's next? It's obviously impossible to put in the password without any hints. Are you saying a normal person can't open it, but a Yakuza can? That's hilarious. Shut up. If we just type whatever, we might get it right. I think we should wait. Doesn't that seem dangerous? What do you mean dangerous? There's literally like a minigun right there. That thing next to the panel, doesn't it look like a gun? In fact, that's totally a gun. Gun? That's a gun? It is. It's probably very dangerous. It's possible you might get shot if you mess with the password, right? Damn. can't be helped. It looks like it's better if we don't mess with it for now. He's totally freaked out. Shut the hell up, you do it then. Still, a building looks like an ancient ruin. The door that looks like it's from a sci-fi film. Definitely unnatural. It's probably an important place. Important place. Important place. The problem is, how is it important? Welcome back, Monami. Hey, and Monokuma, welcome back. You're both quiet. You guys know about this building too, right? Just be honest with us. I have no idea at all. I don't know either. For now, everyone should focus on gathering the hope fragments. Hey, there's no way you guys don't know. Don't just show up and tell some lousy lies. You guys are probably the ones who covered the door with dust, right? Just as I thought, you guys were hiding it on purpose, right? Don't talk like we're equals, you trashy bitch! Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Say you're sorry, bitch! I just said I'm sorry. Is it possible that there's a connection between this door and the reason the island is uninhabited? For example, this place might be a shelter and there might be natives inside. Is something happening that would make them hide in a shelter? So we're all screwed. Ooh, several possibilities cross my mind. But it looks like there's no way to confirm yet. That door is really sturdy. And not in a material sense, more essential than that. What are you saying? For instance, even though Monomi and I can come and go as we please, we can't enter what's beyond that door. You can't go inside too? Does that mean you're the same as me and Keep your tongue in your mouth. If that's Hope's Peak and that's on Jabberwock Island, does that mean the original characters were on Jabberwock Island? That's my assumption too, my friend. I said it looked like a certain school, especially because it had the minigun vault doors. Now, ostensibly, they were actually in Hope's Peak. And Hope's Peak was in the middle of a city. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, but if you assume that they're in a virtual world and that it's a copy-paste of Hope's Peak with like a ruin tile set laid on top of it or something, then it makes a lot more sense. That's what current assumption is. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to have a copy of Hope's Peak in the middle of nowhere. Because they were apparently actually at Hope's Peak in the first game, or at least that's what Junko said, right? They're actually at Hope's Peak, and they'll be going out into like the wide world that's horrifying and has all these horrible people in it. My body can't handle a supersonic meteor rush like that! He voiced a door form inside the chat. There. Now that I've shot that sister with a fantastic Pegasus Meteor Fist, this is the mystery of Jabberwock Island, a mystery even Monomi and I can't solve. I have high expectations for you guys. One day you'll be able to solve that mystery. Seems easy enough. All we gotta do is remember what that black and white Tanuki said before. Why are there 16 of you? A total of 15 students from Hope's Peak Academy were arranged to come to this island. There's probably a traitor I don't even know about hiding among the group. Just kidding. There's a traitor among us. That's what that ugly Tanuki said. Oh, calling me ugly and a Tanuki. Those silly names don't depress me in the slightest. He's totally depressed. If there's a traitor, they'd probably know how to open the door, right? There's probably boats or a way to contact the outside world beyond that door. Or maybe whoever's controlling Monokuma and Monomi's hiding there. Do you really think there's a traitor among us? Of course there is! Who the hell is it? Hurry up and confess. You're just acting clueless like some of the stuff you said. Definitely isn't true. I mean, the previous one screamed fake half the time, and the other time it screamed real. It was hard to tell if it was real life or if you were like in a computer simulation. I want to guess computer simulation because I don't believe it's physically possible to turn a regular ass statue into 3 mechanical monsters on demand, but fuck it, I don't know. Like, that, changing the architecture with no reason or rhyme or resources, it screams like they're in a simulation, but if it's real, I don't know how they're doing half the stuff. The chicken to cow magic, that was another weird thing where you're like, okay, that's not real, magic isn't real. How does a chicken turn into a cow, though? Probably. Could be simulation. Could be actual sorcery. Could be some weird smoke and mirrors game that apparently they prepared beforehand. It's not quite clear. Based on the previous game, I would assume it's not actually a simulation, but I don't have an explanation for why they're on this island. Other than that, they probably got mind... Unless it's like, well, they got mind wiped, they were at the school, they got mind wiped, they crashed. For whatever reason, Monomi's here. It's kind of weird just to have Monomi in the first place. Monokuma, what about you? You're the one who mentioned it. The B3 magic character that says magic a lot. We haven't seen any evidence of magic in the first game, and we didn't see any evidence that they could simulate an entire virtual world, although they had Chio, who could like instantly make an AI, a fully functional sapient AI in a day, so I mean, virtual reality isn't entirely far off if your software developers are that fucking good. What's so funny? You guys heard of an organization called the World Ender? World Ender, no. I'm the one asking you a question, don't just change the subject. I understand why you'd want to ignore it. World Ender is such an embarrassing name. So embarrassing that only middle school students, no wait, elementary school students would come up with it. But that name is unavoidable because that organization actually exists. So what is this organization? It's literally what it says. They ended the world. Ended the world? It's not an overstatement or a metaphor, you know. Those guys really did end the world. You don't think it's appropriate to call them the World Enders? Don't you think it's appropriate to call them World Enders? You mean they're a terrorist organization? Terrorist, huh? That might be accurate. But only losers are terrorists. If they manage to win, they become heroes. Monokuma made magic spears hit Makuro like a meteor to dinosaurs. I mean, that's true. That did happen. But on the other hand, I don't know if built into the walls of the school are like spear guns that you can like aim, or that they'll lock onto people. Like maybe the gym has like 50 spear guns built into it. Yeah, it could be mechanical. They shot from the walls, remember? Like, for all we know, that is actually like a mechanical feature of the school that actually has built-in weapon systems. More than just the miniguns. I don't know if it's magic or not. Because, like, now on one hand, you'd have an argument if Monokuma was a magic puppet or a doll, or like a doll that's animated to be a magic. But since Monokuma is a mechanical device operated via a control panel that's clearly mechanical and like based on technology that's inside the school and restricted to like, you know, reasonable things like reaction times and stuff because of how close he has to be. Imagine this is a simulation and everyone's just reliving their time at Hope's Peak endlessly. Yeah, I believe that's possible. It's possible, but currently we don't have any evidence to support that. And it's more likely that... I mean, this one, it's more likely it's a simulation than the previous one. Based on what we've seen. But it's not 100% clear if magic or ridiculously advanced technology exists that actually lets them do what they're doing. Pulling Monokuma out of a hat. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know how Monokuma exists after he died in the previous game. So I'm assuming there's a copycat killer, but since Peculia exists, if Peculia also exists, it might not be a simulation. Well, it's either a rerun of the simulation with different characters, or there's a copycat killer, or this is Junko alternate controlling Monokuma, right? Junko alter. And it said they're more like heroes. They're the heroes who ended the world. What? Don't say things that don't make sense. Don't tell me you're gonna say this organization is the one putting us through all this crap. World Ender. What are you saying? You and Monomi are also members of that organization? Who knows? The only thing I can tell you is that the organization the traitors are working for, the ones who brought you to this island, World Ender is behind it all. Why are we being targeted by a horrifying organization like that? Don't panic. It's just another made-up story to trick us, like when he said we lost our school memories. I can't suspend my disbelief for something as ridiculous as World Ender. There's no way that organization or the traitor exists. Monokuma, I shall listen to you spout nonsense all you want while I puff cigar smoke at your lifeless body. My, my. I was kind enough to keep you guys informed. Are you calling me a liar? If you keep acting like that, I'll do this and that to your various body parts. Anyway, I'm telling the truth. The World Ender organization is the final boss of this island. Plus, one of their members is hiding amongst you guys. That's why you guys gotta find that traitor and kill him dead. You better stop. Shut up, Monomi. Big brother defying trash like you need to be punished. No, don't pull my ears. They're gonna come. Come on. Monokuma and Monomi departed from the area, leaving the rest of us dazed and confused. Now, here's an idea, guys. What if Monokuma and Monomi are Junko and Mukuro alternate? As in this time, the Mukuro is controlling Monomi and Junko is controlling Monokuma or something. That's a possibility. So with that, they left, leaving the rest of us dazed and confused. What? What was that right now? Is there anybody who understood what he was talking about? Not a clue. Oh. For now, the sun is setting. We should go home for the day. An idea, Sleepy. I think it's a waste of time for us to keep thinking about this. You're probably right. You know, that's fair. It's getting dark soon, so going home might be a better idea. Let's just call it a day. Right, so everyone's headed home. After exploring the new island we've uncovered, all we've gotten are more mysteries. Hello, Big Yay. As we lowered our heads and bemoaned at reality, we began heading back to our cottage. I'm dead tired from walking around all day. I don't know what the hell is going on, but it's starting to make my head hurt. Ancient ruins, strange doors, traitors, and World Ender? I have no clue what's going on right now, and I don't even feel anxious about it. I guess I should go to sleep for now. Alright, we're napping, and tomorrow we can start collecting those hope shards. With that, I laid my exhausted body onto the bed and closed my eyes. Alright, it's the weird Monokuma Theater. Welcome back. My favorite food is definitely crab. I also don't like shrimp, apples, tomatoes, and seasoned trout eggs. I don't like red foods at all. Why don't you like... Do you like fish? Or is fish pink? Red food are red because they have crab inside them. Wait, that's logically inconsistent. It's actually a conspiracy by the crab industry to try to make me overcome my disgust. There's no way I'd fall for that. I'll never ever eat red food. You see, our society is filled with various hidden conspiracies that are closer than you might think. Make sure you're careful too. Alright, that was a weird interlude. Monokuma's probably gonna wake us up now. Man, it probably sucks trying to sleep in at this place. Okay, what do you have for us, Monokuma? Apparently, Hope's Peak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone. It looks like today is going to be another perfect tropical day. Ellen, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today. Morning already. Feels like morning came so quickly, like the night got skipped or something. Explains why I feel so tired. But I'm hungry, so I should just go to the restaurant and eat something. Alright. Our Monokuma display is looking impressive. Monokuma putting things there without our permission. Alright, so apparently we buy skill points here. Slightly increased influence gauge. Cannot be combined with envious influence. Slightly increased focus gauge. Cannot be combined with menacing influence. Slightly increases time limit for each phase. Hint for a simulation, they skip the nights. Alright, increase influence gauge recovery when correct answers are chosen, effective when making choices or selecting a truth bullet. Interesting. Interesting. Steadies your aim, effective drain non-stop, can't be combined with tranquility. Reduces aiming speed, effective drain non-stop debate, and improved Hangman's Gambit. Cannot be combined. Increases, cannot be combined with upshift. Trigger happy, increases delay between firing truth bullets, effective drain non-stop debate, and rebuttal showdown. Okay. Algorithm increases speed of memorizing a statement, effective drain non-stop debate. Focus gauge decreases at a slower rate, effective drain concentration and fever time, effective drain non-stop debate, Hangman's Gambit, panic talk. Influence recovers over time, effective drain all these things. Increases damage to opponent when a statement's destroyed, effective drain panic talk action. Bullet capacity, drain panic talk action. Lock on with 2 statements at once, drain panic talk action. Easier to mood shift, drain rebuttal showdowns. Sharpness increased by 2, drain rebuttal showdown, can't be combined with fine sword. Sharpness increased by 5, increase max speed. Increase turning power. Jumping power, what? Influence gauge, and we're back. What would I like? Sharpness? Hydrate? I'll take a drink, thank you. Let's see. Needing sharpness implies that we'll actually... Sharpness buffs imply that we need sharpness, so I'm gonna grab that. This sounds useful. Let's grab that. Bullet capacity. Steady's our aim. Let's grab that. And we're running low on hope. It didn't cost us any crystals from anyone, by the way, so we can go talk to Ibuki 2 more times. Oh, by the way, that's what we're doing today. Saying hi to Ibuki. Because we have taste, of course. Let's go check on our little pet. Did we ruin his life? Apparently not. Okay. Guess we'll go to the map, try to find Ibuki. She's... Alright, everyone's gonna be here for lunch. Or... Right. So breakfast first, then free time. Breakfast first, then free time. Ibuki's out here, so we can talk to her anyway. Can't gotcha. We gotta do the... We gotta do our morning. Good morning! You know how many O's I used? 27. Who knows? Oh, your cool demeanor gives me the shit. You should talk about what? You know, shoot me with them word arrows. Thinking about Bakuya made me feel really sad, so I'm trying to be super hard. Trying super hard to be upbeat. Alright, what about Bakuya? That's right. He might have had picky fingers, but he was really totally awesome. It sounded easy to keep a promise at the very end, but it's actually really, really, really hard. You're right, especially in this situation. To actually die like that. If only I didn't have piggy fingers. Damn, so disappointing. Now then, I'm off to the restaurant. Adieu. Didn't have to say that last bit. Sonia, what up? I feel such nostalgia for the Japanese dishes my servant used to prepare. Her servant must have been annoyed to be forced to cook stuff like that. However, an army marches with its stomachs. That being said, let us have breakfast. Case file rerun? Oh my god, how annoying would that be if you got a case file rerun? Now, like you're praying there's something really exciting and cool. Ibuki's best girl in entire series. Damn, spoiler alert, you've just ruined the rest of... You've just ruined all the other 5 games or whatever there are. Because there's 3 and then there's a bunch of spin-offs. You've just ruined every single game for me. Ah! The worst. Ibuki, best girl in the series. Oh, you came at the right time. What do you think, Hajime? What do I think about what? Isn't it obvious? That stuff you said about a traitor and world ender. I'm asking if you know anything about it. After one night's sleep, there's no way I'd find out anything. That's obvious. Same goes for me too. I didn't get enough sleep last night because of that baffling nonsense. But I wonder if it's really true that there's a traitor among us. No need to worry. You don't have to worry about the traitor at all. However, if by chance a worst case scenario... Impossible! Even in a worst case scenario, you don't have to worry about the traitor. What do you mean? You're being awfully certain about it. Of course. In fact, that so-called traitor is tied up at the moment and can't move at all. Tied up, you said? Could you be referring to Nagito, who we haven't seen since yesterday? Who else could it be? Nagito's the traitor! What about the other part where you said he was tied up and can't move? Crap! Kazuichi, what do we do? their ass. Don't throw me into this. They'll find out we work together to... Shit! You guys are both idiots. What does this mean? You know... There's no way we can let him run around free. I mean, he tried to put us all in danger, you know? Wait, what? Teru committed a murder because that guy tempted him, right? So that makes him a killer too. It's necessary to deal with him in an appropriate way. So that's why you left him tied up. However, that can't be helped. He's quite dangerous. How do I put this? He's a little creepy. Not that I want to badmouth him. He's not a little creepy. He's creepy to the max. His creepiness is so high he can sell tickets to see it. Truly a nice line. Every fiber of my being agrees with you. That's right. There's no existence more troublesome than that of an incomprehensible human. What they like, what they hate, what makes them happy, what makes them angry. It's normal for all beings to have standards rooted in experience so they can predict their opponent's actions. But at times, those standards do not work on certain opponents. They are the most fearsome opponents of all. Establishing a relationship with such a human is impossible. You should be careful. You're teetering on the edge yourself. Anyway, where did you two tie up Nagito? The dining hall and the old hotel building. That's where Kiryu got killed. He needs to reflect on what he did at that place. So you're saying it's better to kill off a troublesome ally before they turn into an enemy? You killed him? He's obviously alive. I only knocked him out so we could tie him up. Then what shall we do with Nagito at this point? Let's hear everyone's opinion. It's not safe to let him walk around freely. There's no telling what he'll end up doing next. Good question. He's also the most likely person to be the traitor. Isn't it okay if we keep him tied up for a while? This chick, she's eating a lot. If so, it seems it would be better to watch him for a while. But it would be bad if we don't let him eat or drink. He might end up dying for real. Know that already? Jeez, I didn't expect you two would do something like that. I wish you'd treat it more like an achievement. And I thought that tiny boy was up to something again. Who are you calling tiny boy? You're here? Figures, you guys are messed up. Is that what you guys do if you don't like your buddy, you corner them? You sheep, acting all righteous. What'd you say? What'd you say? We didn't do anything wrong. Oh, this shitty sheep all bleed at me. Looks like there's one more bastard that needs to get tied up. Try it if you dare. You can threaten me, but I'm not scared. You're just a pipsqueak without the Kaziryu clan backing you up. What did you say? Enough. Knock it off, you two. Bastards. Make sure you write that later. Boss baby. Oh my god. No. What the heck? He's just a whiny loser. Kazuichi, let's just stop this already. All this fighting, I can tell it's not going to be easy in the future. The future, huh? I wonder if we even have a future. Hey, don't start mumbling like that. If you do, I'll get depressed too. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. On top of this island's mysteries, now there's also Nagito and Fujiko to deal with. And it's just one thing after another. Like I said, when it rains, it pours. In that uncomfortable atmosphere, we finished our breakfast and left for our respective cottages. What should I do today? There's no way I just stand here and do nothing, right? We got free time after all. We got waifus to pursue, man. We can't just faff about all day. Alright, map. Our favorite prisoner, Gamer Girl, Pecco. No one finds this area interesting, they're all on the island. Beach house, the beach, the diner, pharmacy, library, ancient ruin. You just stay in the room and lock yourself in, only leaving for food. I mean, that's what I do on a normal day, so... That's what I do on a normal vacation, so... Oh, the way I tie my hair today is so not cool. My charm is my best feature, it's gonna disappear. What should I do? Should I hang out with Ibuki? We're actually gonna see what else is around, because I realized we forgot to do the gacha machine. My bad. Gacha first. Gotta get some presents for Ibuki. We're running short. We're running low. Island 3. Island 4. Island 5. Monokuma Rock. Island 1. We'll run there the old-fashioned way. With our legs. Imagine using them instead of teleporting. Alright, beach time. First, you gotta do the gacha, you can't escape it. Literally a core feature of the game. Gotcha. Would you like to try your hand against the almighty Mono machine? Alright. Bring it on. Silver ring is probably a good present for her. Pants? Maybe. A camera. Don't know who that's for. Ibuki should make a rock band. She's already in a punk band. Bronze ring. What are those? Sunflower seeds? A kazoo? A butcher's knife? TP? Half dancing shoes? I don't know what that red ring is. A spear? A chalice? An elixir of life? A shiny something? A box. Flowers. Every girl likes flowers, right? A skull? Wow, the repeat rate really doesn't drop anymore. Yeah, one at a time. At least it's a little bit faster these days. Go pieces have that's our third set of go pieces. Ooh, a weird ass sword. We've had like 4 cameras too. Carrot. Press F. Yeah, if you're getting killed while doing gacha, feels bad, man. A map. Okay, we'll stop at what? 30% repeat rate? You like using duplicates on your pet? It's actually going pretty quickly. We'll go a bit further. This is much faster than the original Monokuma machine, which took like 5 minutes per pull. This is like 10. This is like 6 seconds. Really nice. Okay, next, obvious duplicate. Sunglasses are duplicate, we're done. I should probably get going. Yeah, we opened like 20 presents. Alright. How's our pet doing? No. Oh shit. Sunflower seeds, coconut, jeans. Fresh bindings. Used for underwear and bandages. Queen straight jacket's gone. Spy spike. A spike you can wield with swiftness and agility, also known as the spy spike. Passionate glasses. Glasses let you see your passions as they blend with reality. They also have a function that lets you shoot your passion like a laser. Note the laser will come out of your ass. Alright. Sleep lurk? Good plan. If you need to get a present for someone and have no ideas, give them this. A blonde earthling was wearing this ring when he was swept into our world from a distant galaxy. A very icy, lame joke is sealed in the ring. Good night, baby. Ubiquitous handbook. Man's mama. List restaurants. Very popular, okay. A cooking device. It makes pho simply by putting leftover rice in it. Vietnamese food has surged in popularity due to this item. Nice. No film in it. Alright, well. Enjoy the present. Okay, well, I'll actually go see her now. Hopefully one of these presents works out. Let's see. Second island, as I recall. Second island. Okay, and there she is. Okay. Ugh, the way I tie my hair today is so not cool. Yep. My charm's the best feature and it's gonna disappear. What should I do? Should I hang out with Ibuki? Obviously, she needs to fix her hair. Invite her to hang out. Alright. You think it looks the same as usual, right? I shall indoctrinate you to the secrets of his hairstyle. Tell me more. For the sake of indoctrination, I was forced to watch Ibuki style her hair. I'm hoping I get something out of that. Would you like to give Ibuki a present? She's hella cute, sure. What would I like to give her? Hey, the water is like a last gasp attempt at doing something interesting. Coconuts? It's hard to tell what food she likes. I think the jeans might work. We know the straitjacket worked. Glasses that let you see her passions. Probably works too, right? I'm thinking the ring looks goth enough to work for her too. Hope's Peak ring. The glass. We're gonna leave this for Sonia. Passion glasses, maybe? Wait, earring of crushed evil? kind of works. Let's keep going. Okay, ubiquitous handbook, flash spitter, flap bracelet, second button, gold coated sheath. That doesn't quite work. Stardust? Definitely not. Two-sided ukulele? Wait, that works. That works, doesn't it? Two-sided ukulele is an instrument. Ultimate musician, hello. Enjoy. Why does Hajime want to know what Ibuki wants? Oh, this is bad. I might end up falling in love with you. Now then, what should Hajime and I play today? Play again? Seriously, what happened to training? I've decided. Today we're doing 1,000 practice head swings. Isn't that just called headbanging? Ibuki will start us off. As soon as she said that, she started swinging her head back and forth with amazing speed. She's so fast, her head's a blur. I can't believe her tiny neck can keep up with that. Yeah, he might like them. You're right. That's why I held off on them. I was like, do we have something else? The jeans might work, but they might also fit Sonya better. She's gonna break her neck, I swear. You do it too, Hajime. It's fun! But with no music? I had no idea why I was doing this, but I decided not to think about it and just played along with Ibuki. You can't keep up with... Wait, who's the lead singer of Cannibal Corpse? I can't keep up with... You need practice to keep up with him, right? My head is ringing. Just as I thought, there was no meaning behind it, but I feel like a lot of stuff I've been stressing about mysteriously lifted off my shoulders. Oh, Hajime, you're looking pretty refreshed. I feel like we were playing pretty well together just now. I mean, Ibuki just realized it. When I'm with Hajime, Ibuki plays really well. I just remembered that Ibuki left her old band. Apparently she was a member of a girl band that was at the height of their popularity. Hey, Ibuki, why did you leave your old band? Was it because you had creative differences with them? How do I put it? Creative differences? Personality differences? It's not that big of a deal. That's the destiny of a band member, after all. Break your neck? Isn't that a song by Busta Rhymes? Someone check that. I can't play it on stream. Yeah, it goes like... Yeah, I believe part of the chorus is bang your head instead. Either you start to cry or you start to crack. Daka and Ibuki, band in the past. The other one was like an idol, I doubt that. Bang your head until you start to crack? I don't know if it's crack or cry. I think it's crack. Anyway, like I said earlier, what's most important is a sense of unity. Technique is something you gain just by practice. But you won't know if the group really meshes well until you try it once. If it's no good, that's something you can't really help. Wow, she's suddenly serious. That's why Ibuki doesn't really regret leaving the band. Being alone is a teensy bit lonely. I see. I can fill the loneliness by doing stuff with her, even a little. Well, I guess I don't mind playing along with her. For a while. Then I'll keep playing with Hajime today. Let's continue our headbanging. This time, it's for the championship. Whoever loses has to tongue kiss Monomi. Well, that's a pretty terrifying Batsu game. We're competing now? Yep. I ended up banging my head until I lost consciousness. It must have been a blessing in disguise that no one won or lost thanks to a double KO. That escalated quickly. Yeah, we went from 0 to 100 fast. Ibuki's report card has been updated based on your experience with her. Ibuki and I were pretty tired, so I parted ways with her and went back to my room. I don't even know if Monomi has a tongue, but thank God it was a draw. Or even a proper mouth. She's a robot. Anyway, it's still bright out. It's not like I feel like staying in here and doing nothing. Maybe I should try going somewhere. You mean like visiting Ibuki again so we can max her out? Alright. Alas, will we through the most fun characters and beyond to the less fun characters after we're capped. Where's the Buki at now? Wait, where is she? There we go. Easy fast travel. Visit Akane after? Oh, I'm getting all sleepy from boredom. Akane is gonna be after our last Ibuki run, because I think this is our last Ibuki section. That means my character's gonna overlap Chiaki's. Is that bad? What should I do? Should I hang out with her? She's terrified she's gonna fall asleep because she's bored and doesn't want to be like Chiaki? Yeah. I'm sure I'm sleepy though. Do you think I'll wake up if I drink coffee? I spent time today drinking coffee with Ibuki. Feels like Ibuki and I grew a little closer. Would you like to give her a present? Hell yeah. Right. Flat bracelet, Nitro Racer. Mesopotamia. Oh, we have another ukulele. Let's just give her the ukulele. Okay, we have a second ukulele. I'm just gonna look, see what else we have. 7 sword. Girl with the bear hairpin. Issue. Dull kitchen knife. Skull head mask. Replica sword. Okay. Bandage wrap. A used carrot. It's been used so much it's scraped clean. What? How do you... I don't want to know. Peko might like the sword stuff. You don't say, Peko. The swordswoman likes swords. I think you're right, Honey Lemon. But, I mean, we were already giving her the ukulele because she liked it and we had another one. Imagine being this easily convinced to like someone just by being given the same item repeatedly. Bandage wrap Mikan? I'm not quite sure who bandage wrap goes for. Oh, you mean like the medicinal one? Yeah, probably. Gee, this is bad. I might end up falling in love with you. Yes, again. So, what are we doing today? Before we get to that, do you remember anything, Hajime? Anything. You know, about your talent and stuff. Since you've been hanging out with Ibuki for so long, you should have remembered something by now. Don't tell me all that stuff was just to help me remember. Wrong! Ibuki just wanted to play with Hajime. But Ibuki Miyoda, goddess of music, thought you might remember something if I stimulated your senses. But I guess Hajime was too dull for it to work. Dull. But still, I never expected Ibuki was actually thinking about me the whole time. I didn't even notice. I feel a little bit ashamed. Well, it's fine as long as you don't worry about it. I mean, the Hajime I know is the same person you've been from the start. What do you mean? It's pretty embarrassing, so I don't really want you to make me say it, but it actually doesn't matter at all whether or not you remember. Hajime is already standing right here. I feel like you're someone who's willing to go far away to search for yourself. But your true self doesn't actually exist anywhere. The person standing here right now is who you are. The person who's changing every day, that's you. Alright, have a good night, Big Yay. We'll be wrapping things up shortly anyway. The person who's changing every day, that's you. I can't believe finding yourself means accepting. I believe that finding yourself means accepting you're someone who's constantly changing. Even when you're worried about things, you're still you. Just kidding. Ibuki was trying to say things that she wouldn't normally say. After all, this is the very last event. Ibuki, thanks, I think? No need to thank me. Ibuki was able to remember something she hasn't felt for a long time after playing with Hajime. The importance of giving your all when expressing yourself. You're always doing that. But to expand on that, the important part is to do it together with someone. Someday, I want to play music with someone who trusts me as much as I trust them. That's always been Ibuki's dream. I think believing that dreams come true as long as you believe is the first step towards fulfilling your dreams. That's a little bit complicated, but yeah, okay, it works. It's easy peasy. All you gotta do is believe. Doesn't matter what happens when it's fun. Never give up. It's a promise. Ibuki said that with a seriousness I've never seen her display to anyone else. It's kind of surprising I'm actually learning from her, but her words took root inside my heart. I won't give up. I'll definitely leave this island with everyone. Hajime, you're making a very nice face. Now today's training is stealing Akane's snack and kicking Nekomaru in the butt. AKA picking a fierce fight with two raging demons. Are you seriously gonna do that? Of course! Let's get on with it! I ran frantically after Ibuki because I had no idea what she was gonna do. But I no longer feel like she's dragging me about like she used to. I feel a strong bond between Ibuki and myself. Let her bell up! Ibuki's report card's been updated with your experience on her. You unlocked the skill Shred Guitar. Give yourself a pat on the back. You've earned it. And Ibuki's pants. Alright. I was gonna say, is that what I think it is? And the game confirmed it for me. Alright. Mission accomplished. We're getting somewhere, ladies and gents. Xenon's like, what? I somehow narrowly avoided death and made it back to my room. Ooh, looks like it's nighttime. And got an announcement for us, Monokuma? Hope Speak Academy School Trip Executive Committee has an announcement to make. Oh, really? Emergency? Students head over to Jabberwock Park as fast as you can. Hurry! Whoever gets there first, I'll treat you to my special-made curry rice tomorrow night. Alright, come on, hurry the F up. Curry rice, huh? It feels like I haven't eaten that in a while. Wait, who'd actually fall for that? I don't know what he's planning this time around. But there's no way I can ignore that. Jabberwock Park, huh? Leave here. Jabberwock Park, eh? Something's big is going down tonight. Has there been a murder already? I don't think Monokuma just summoned us for a... He'd tell us about the murder once the bodies have been found. This isn't the murder, right? This is something else. Perhaps, perhaps his new plan? I think that's what it is. This is gonna be our new incentive, right? Let's see. If we see a body, we'll know someone's dead. But I think it's too early for a body. I'm the first one here. Curry's all mine. Oh boy. What is Monokuma's urgent request? What will we be doing? I'm actually quite curious, but I think we're gonna have to find that out next time.